Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I am going to dip into the psychology of relationships for a few minutes. In fact, I'm going to tell you specifically why your partner is going to leave you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm actually not kidding. I'm going to tell you. So there's two major reasons, okay? So I'm going to go through, there's many reasons why your partner will probably leave you, but I'm going to go through two major reasons that cause a lot of relationships to end up not making the cut. So first of all, you're picking the wrong type of attachment in a partner. So if you are a gentleman and you are very entrepreneurial, I can't even speak, or very focused on your business, or very quite busy with work. You're someone who travels a lot, someone who has a lot of responsibilities and a lot of requirements in their job that are time consuming and emotionally consuming. You need to have a partner who is not only emotionally detached, but is someone who is very emotionally distant. And the reason you need that is because you need somebody who, when you tell her you are going on a business trip for 3 months or 2 months or a month or whatever, or a few weeks, you need her to be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Like, I'm fine. I'm better. I'm fine on my own. Like, she is able to detach at a moment's notice and not feel emotional about it and not feel two ways about it and not feel hurt or sad or miss you, because she is someone who is able to just detach. And there's a lot of gals like this who preach detachment on the internet, and I always think it's a flaw, but there's a place for these women, and this is their place. It's to be with men, to partner up with men like this, because they'll make excellent partners. And I suppose this could work the other way as well. If a woman is in the same situation career-wise and you need a man that is very self-involved, very self-focused and able to detach, and just emotionally detached in general, so they don't feel any sense of longing or neediness or any comfort in your presence. So, and that's how it works both ways. Whereas if you're the opposite type and you are someone who is, you don't live to work, you work to live, and you're more focused, and your time and your emotional energy is poured into your life and your family and your home and your relationships and your extracurricular activities, you are more likely as a woman or a man to be happier with a partner who is someone who is more attached and more in need of that emotional connection and that consistency and emotional reliability and that connection, and one that isn't able to just cut it off instantly, one that thrives on it, and your relationship grows stronger based upon it. And that is one reason, one thing that can absolutely kill your relationship if you are with a partner with the wrong attachment style. So that's number one. Number two applies to everybody, and it is options. It's too many options. And when things get tough, or when you get bored, or things get complacent, it's really easy to open your phone, either download an app or just even get on Instagram, and whether you're conscious of it or not, start swiping through your Instagram or your LinkedIn or your TikTok or whatever the hell you're on, and be like, even subconsciously, like, what the fuck? Look at all these options out there. And particularly if you are a successful person, if you're a good looking person and you're attractive and you know that you're attractive, and this is where attractiveness might not always be in your favor, because subconsciously you know you are, and you'll feel like you could maybe attain any of these other alternative partners if that's something you really wanted, and you might not even be aware of it. You might not even be looking. You might be totally committed to your partner, but in the back of your mind, while you're swiping through, you're seeing all these other options, and options just separate you and they break emotional bonds, and it happens over time and it happens slowly, and it makes it a lot easier to walk away when you think there's something else that you could line up really, really quickly. And this goes for both men and women. I find that men get a bad rep for doing this, but I feel like women do it more often. It's really easy if your partner comes home from work and they're talking about their long day and garbage that happened at work, and you're just not checked in, you're just not, like, you're tired, you had a long day too, and you're just sitting on the couch with your feet up and your face is in your phone and you are swiping away and swiping away. And that is where your brain is psychologically building a repertoire of alternatives and other options that are available to you and that you think you could attain if you were in the position where you needed to. And that gives you a backup plan. And you might not even know you want a backup plan, but everybody wants a backup plan, and everybody wants to be safe, and everyone wants to feel safe, and a backup plan is a way to feel safe. So I recommend, to improve and make your relationship a little bit healthier, to have a rule like, when everyone gets home from work, our first hour, we're going to spend no phone time. And you can really connect and talk about your day and really have that connection and share with each other the hard parts, the good parts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you do it together, and that helps build reliability on each other and dependency on each other, which isn't a negative codependence. It's a healthy dependence. It's a healthy consistency and reliability. Maybe dependence isn't the right word. And the trust in knowing that your partner is going to be engaged and be able to go back and forth with you a little bit on it and give you maybe a little bit of their advice, which they'll be able to do if they're checked into it and not with their face on their phone. So there's my tip. Those are 2 big reasons that are going to tear your relationship into shreds and destroy any chance you have of a future. And those are one way you can't avoid if you are with someone and you have poor attachment styles and they're conflicting attachment styles. I really feel like without a lot of counseling, a lot of therapy, there's not a lot of potential there for it to be successful over the long term. But therapy and counseling can do a hell of a lot. And I always recommend therapy. You know this. But if you are someone who your relationship is getting disconnected because you're distracted by other things, 9 times out of 10, that distraction is going to be your phones, and it's going to be that your brain is backing up plan B. And as soon as you start feeling like you've got a plan B, you find it easier to disconnect from plan A and easier to walk away from plan A. And you don't want it to be easy. You want it to be something you'll fight for. And it shouldn't be about someone you can live with for the rest of your life. It should be about someone you can't live without. So you don't want a plan B. So anyways, that's the video, and I hope it's helpful, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.